This is the border of Bangladesh, where thousands of refugees are crossing every day after fleeing their homes in the Rakhine state of Myanmar. It's thought that in the last month alone, over 500,000 people have crossed this border after the Myanmar military launched a violent offence against a Muslim minority group called the Rohingya.
I mean, you end up in a camp full of almost 1 million people who have nothing, who have watched their families, their nearest and dearest have been murdered. And the destitution and hunger is just unbelievable.
Manzoor Ali has been feeding people on the streets of Manchester for decades, but after watching the crisis in Myanmar unfold, he knew he wanted to help more people further afield.
We started Barakah Food Aid about almost 8 years ago. We started by giving out homeless food packs. We started by helping one individual, and then we realised on our journey back home that there were more than one people that needed looking after.
These shots were taken by Manzoor on his most recent trip to the refugee camps in Bangladesh, where the United Nations say the Rohingya are the most persecuted minority in the world and has highlighted the human rights violations they faced. This man is explaining to an aid worker how he spent 7 days travelling to Bangladesh because he watched his house being burnt down and his father killed in front of him. He escaped Myanmar to save his own life.
We've all got a responsibility to one another as human beings. You know, we can talk about faith and everything else, but as human beings, we have a responsibility to one another, and that's why we do what we do, and what we get out of it is a satisfaction of knowing we've done the best that we could.
These children have been forced out of their homes and escaped with nothing but the clothes on their backs. But it's charities like Barakah Food Aid and people like Manzoor that are still giving them reason to smile.
Assalamu alaikum.
Francesca Eagleton, Keys News.